to keep the Athens Hawking Recycling Center open, plus what to expect on the roads and in the skies for this Memorial Day weekend, and how Google's new technology may be giving you the wrong information. Newswatch starts right now. The Athens Hawking Recycling Center is continuing to raise funds after losing their contract with the city. Good evening, I'm Allison Patton. AHRC leaders gave an update on the center last night. Newswatch reporter Lucy Schaefer has more.
Thanks, Allison. The city of Athens is not planning to break their contract with Rumpke, even as it is considering membership into the Council of Governments. This means the Athens Hawking Recycling Center could shut down operations, but supporters of the facility, well, they aren't going down without a fight. The Athens Community Center, Athens Hawking Recycling Center Executive Director Krissa Cummings updates supporters on efforts to save the facility. AHRC is in dire financial straits, losing 40% of their revenue after the city of Athens decided not to renew its contract for trash service, choosing to go with Rumpke Waste and Recycling instead.
The entire business model that was put together for this, what is essentially a social enterprise, centered around the city of Athens and providing services to the city of Athens.
A Council of Governments, or COG, was formed to win back the Athens trash contract and save the facility. But Service Safety Director Andy Stone says that is not the city's plan.
As it stands now, the contract is in place and it's working that we have with Rumpke. So it's not Athens' job to save AHRC.
So those fighting to save it are looking into alternatives. One possible solution talked about at last night's meeting, a $24 tax on improved land parcels imposed by the Solid Waste District. Councilmember Alan Swank says that this could help preserve AHRC's facilities.
It would generate on an annual basis hundreds of thousands of dollars of revenue, which could go to help support a scaled down version of AHRC.
The Solid Waste District is set to vote on the tax the week of July 15th, but these fees likely won't cover the $1.5 million operation costs, leaving the future of the AHRC uncertain. AHRC is hoping to raise $200,000 in donations to keep the facility alive throughout the end of the year. I'm Lucy Schaefer reporting live in studio for Newswatch.
Thanks, Lucy. A former Columbus Zoo employee is facing charges of grand theft and fraud offenses. 65-year-old Tracy Moraine, a former purchasing agent for the Columbus Zoo, is being charged with 6 felonies. Charges include grand theft telecommunications fraud, complicity in the commission of an offense, filing incomplete, false, and fraudulent tax returns, and 2 counts of forgery. The charges come after Moraine allegedly made use of zoo funds to purchase a party bus for his family and sold services to the zoo from his family's business. Moraine is the 4th zoo employee facing criminal charges as part of an investigation from the Attorney General's office after a group of executives was accused of stealing $2.3 million. Meigs County will be home to a marijuana festival in July. The Stargazer Cannabis Festival will feature musical artists, activities, and cannabis product vendors. The festival will be from July 26th through the 28th at the Wisteria event site in Pomeroy. Activities will include a drum circle and networking events. Attendees can pay $80 per person to camp, $130 to camp with a car, or $180 to camp with an RTV.
For our first look at weather tonight, you could see on that radar just how much rain we were expecting, and how much we really got was very different. We were just in those clouds. We had a couple sprinkles of rain maybe here and there throughout parts of southeast Ohio, but for here in Athens, we were in the clear. Looking at that local radar, just those blips here and there, more towards Pennsylvania in Clarksburg, but for southeast Ohio, little bits in Columbus. For southeast Ohio, we were mostly in the clear. There was that chance of having that rain throughout the day, but instead we were just having those partly sunny skies, that high of 83, but it felt very muggy. From not having that rain in the air, we were feeling very humid. So you probably felt that humidity early afternoon. It kind of died off, and now going into tonight, it will be on that muggy side, so be careful. That temperature low for tonight was 62. Looking out there for temperatures, we are on that higher side. It definitely is a warm one out there. Looking as we go more north, Newark 85, Zanesville 82, just like Athens. And as we go a little bit more south, in Huntington at 81. Looking at these next 3 days for our Memorial Day weekend, it is looking like it's going to be a rainy one. I'll be getting into just how much rain we're really going to be seeing and how it has been on that trailing side. So you'll be able to get outside this weekend, but maybe not for your Memorial Day. Let's take it back over to Allison.
Thanks, Isabel. Governor Mike DeWine has ordered state lawmakers to Columbus next week to ensure President Biden's name is on the November ballot. Biden is absent from the ballot due to the Democratic National Convention being scheduled later than Ohio's legislative deadline to certify candidates. Under Ohio law, a political party must certify the names of its presidential and vice presidential candidates at least 90 days before Election Day, which would fall 2 weeks before the DNC. DeWine called out fellow Republicans for not passing a proposal to change the deadline, referring to the situation as, quote, ridiculous and, quote, absurd. The special session will take place next Tuesday and Wednesday. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine and Lieutenant Governor Jon Husted are expressing opposition to a federal rule they say would endanger Ohio's energy grid and may cause your electricity bills to go up. In a letter to the Environmental Protection Agency, DeWine and Husted say the new restrictions would force power plants to shut down and slow down the building of new ones. They write that would endanger the supply of electricity and increase costs for Ohioans. Coming up, 2 American missionaries were found dead in Haiti. And how to prepare for the potential record-breaking travel rates this holiday weekend.
You might be heading out there traveling, but how will it be rainy here for your Memorial Day weekend? Next on Newswatch.
We must save our oceans, and we must also feed ourselves. Thankfully, there are people trying to do both.
There's no reason why more people shouldn't have access.
This kind of creative farming is extremely important.
I want you to fish, but I want you to fish smart.
Sustainability is to extend life, not just of the fish, but of us.
One of nature's greatest displays of might is the most iconic waterfall in the world. It's a force that shaped the region and created a natural realm unlike any other.
As you travel upriver, the modern world seems to fall away. It feels like a trip back in time.
Discover the many wonders of Niagara Falls.
Wednesday at 8 on WOUB.
The Ohio Art Corridor is a destination experience. We would like this to be the largest outdoor art gallery in the world.
Progress is all about taking the lessons of the past and doing better. So I would hope that now that we know better, we will do better.
The legacy that you leave is people think of you and what touches their heart to the point that they remember.
The bridge was acclaimed at the time of being an engineering marvel.
We got land granted to us in Ohio. Great opportunity, let's go. How would you know you got here? It was just sheer determination and patience and just hard, back-breaking work.
Monday at 9 on WOUB.
The bodies of 2 American missionaries shot and killed by gang members in Haiti arrived at a hospital morgue in Port-au-Prince Friday. As another example of the ongoing violence in Haiti, the family of Davy and Natalie Lloyd say the couple was murdered Thursday night at a home in the capital city. Davy's parents ran the Christian missionary organization the couple worked for. The organization Missions in Haiti Incorporated posted pleas for help online while describing scenes of chaos in the hours leading up to their deaths. According to the Post, the couple was coming out of a church when they were ambushed by a gang. In a statement, the White House expressed condolences and said it was pushing for the deployment of a UN Security Council-approved international police force. A union for academic workers in California is expanding its strike to 2 more campuses over university's response to pro-Palestinian protests. The strike started at UC Santa Cruz this week, and it is expected to extend to UCLA and UC Davis Tuesday. In authorizing the strike, the union alleged the university system used police to violently remove and arrest peaceful protesters at UCLA, UC Irvine, and UC San Diego. Union leaders say the university system improperly made changes to employee policies and disciplined and suspended workers who engaged in peaceful protest. University system administrators say the strike is illegal and are seeking a court-ordered injunction to stop it. AAA estimates nearly 44 million people are leaving town for this Memorial Day weekend. A busy weekend that could see some travel headaches from weather as severe storms are expected to cross central and eastern United States. Reporter Michael Yoshida has more on the potential travel delays.
Hitting the road this holiday weekend, AAA predicting more than 38 million people will be traveling by car, a number that's up 4% from 2023.
The busiest Memorial Day weekend for road travelers for road trips in 25 years.
Airports seeing a spike in travelers too. The TSA saying Thursday was the second busiest day at U.S. airports ever, with just under 2.9 million screened passengers. Only the Sunday after last year's Thanksgiving has seen more travelers.
A lot of people who maybe didn't travel pre-pandemic are traveling now. So keep that in mind. People, when they travel these long holiday weekends, oftentimes they're not like the business traveler that sort of like moves quickly during, through security. So just keep that in mind and give yourself just extra time.
A busy Memorial Day weekend that could be impacted by severe weather. Across the central and eastern parts of the U.S., storms are happening Friday and expected to continue into the weekend, with threats of large hail, damaging winds, and possibly a few tornadoes. Parts of the South also expecting extreme heat, with temps in the triple digits. Travelers bracing for whatever the weather or crowds may bring.
The TSA line was crazy, so highly recommend digital ID. It was a breeze. Even pre-check and clear was full of people.
Not bad. I'm used to it though. I'm used to the traffic. When you're traveling during, a holiday season or so, there's some things to expect.
I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
Now, looking into this Memorial Day, what are you doing, Allison?
I plan to just lay out by the pool.
Well, hopefully we don't get that rain. We're looking like we're going to be seeing that into tonight's weather and into the rest of this Memorial Day weekend. But you will still be able to see that sun. You can see on that radar now, that is what is heading towards us. That these storm systems that are happening, they are giving some severe thunderstorm warnings and even getting some potential for some tornadoes in this system that is happening. But for here in southeast Ohio, we're going to start seeing this cloud cover that's going to be happening and what rain is going to be happening for our Memorial Day. It is slowly making its way in. It is getting way less serious in the chances for some severe weather, but you will see the formation that it's having. You can see that there's just little blips of rain. Any kind of rain that we're going to be seeing is going to be Saturday, a little bit more into Sunday, and even more into Monday morning. So that Memorial Day, you will see that rain, but if this is how it's going to be looking, you will be able to still see that sun out there. Looking into tonight, it's just those clouds I was talking about, partly cloudy skies, that temperature low of 62. It is going to be on that muggy side from having all of this humidity in the air. You can see tomorrow, that's whenever we're going to start seeing those showers. Those are going to be happening more towards the nighttime hour, that high of 84 in that low of 59. It's going to start cooling down in our nights and going into the rest of next week, but after this rain kind of dampers our area. You can see that severe weather that they were talking about. There is a chance for some pretty severe tornadoes and hail to be happening in the Kansas and Oklahoma area. Here in southeast Ohio, it's just those marginal risks of some thunderstorms, maybe some high winds for our Saturday going into Sunday. But other than that, we're just going to see some lightning, some thunder, not too serious for our weekend. Looking at 12 hours ahead, so tomorrow morning, this is that system that we're going to be seeing and that cold front that's associated with it. So by the time that it hits us, it is going to cool our temperatures down a little bit into next week. We'll be seeing that high pressure system tomorrow morning. Looking into the nighttime, that's whenever we're going to start seeing that rain kind of come towards us. We're going to be seeing that rain as we look into 36 hours ahead for our Saturday going into Sunday. That Sunday's really going to be building up And looking at 48 hours ahead, that's whenever it's going to be starting to make its way out, and that next system is going to be making its way in. Looking at that 7-day outlook, you can see just how those chance of storms are going to be looking. For Saturday, those are going to be those isolated storms, just here and there blips, so you will be able to still see that sun for our Saturday. Sunday, that 50% chance of storms, that is going to be more into the PM hour and going into Monday for our Memorial Day. 70% chance of showers. Those aren't going to be those thunderstorms, but it is going to put a damper on your Memorial Day plans if you want to be out there grilling. Looking on Tuesday, that is going to be the leftovers of that system and that new system coming in. We still have a little bit to see looking into that past Monday date. We're going to be on that 40% chance of storms, so that could either get higher or lower as this week plays out. Looking into Thursday, that's whenever we're going to be starting to see that sun again, but those temperatures are going to start dipping. They still are going to be in those low 70s, but definitely cooler than we've been having these last few days. Let's take it back over to Allison.
Thanks, Isabel. Tomorrow, both Athens and Nelsonville pools are set to open. And with more time in the water, pool safety is even more important. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither explains how water safety can help everyone stay safe this summer.
It's a preventable tragedy, but it only takes seconds for a person to drown.
You're on vacation, you're having fun, and sometimes you drop your guard.
Dr. Don Plumley is medical director of pediatric trauma at Orlando Health Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children. He says every year when the weather warms up, there's an increase in the number of drownings.
Families need to realize who's the high-risk people that drown, and that's really the toddlers, that 1 to 4 age group that are just wandering around, they get away from you, there's a lot going on. The other group that we've seen a great increase in is special needs children.
Plumley says remembering the ABCs of water safety can help. A is for adult supervision. He recommends designating a watcher when children are near water.
It's much like picking a designated driver when you go out with your friends, is there's got to be someone who's not drinking, who's not on their phone, who's paying attention, watching the children. And it gets tiresome, so have several people take turns doing it.
B is for barriers. Look for water safety features around bodies of water, especially if you're staying at an unfamiliar place.
Is there a pool fence? Are there locks on the doors? Are there alarms? Because all those can help prevent a drowning.
Finally, C is for classes. Enroll children in survival swim lessons.
We don't want people not to go on vacation, not do fun stuff, but just be safe and have a great summer.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Next, what parents should know about the dangers of social media trends. And for the latest from Newswatch, follow us on Instagram, X, formerly Twitter, and YouTube.
Israel did not start this war. Israel did not want this war, but Israel will win this war.
In Israel, the question is about the war. In the United States, the debate is about the peace.
We're facing an inflection point in history.
The Palestinian issue has been put back on the international agenda in ways that we haven't seen in many, many years.
With all this death and destruction, it's hard not to look back and say, where did the road turn? The second guessing is haunting.
Tuesday at 10 on WOUB. For more than 70 years, WOUB Public Media has been the place where people in our region turn to learn how stories of the past ignite the imagination of the future. It's where information, entertainment, and education work together to inform, enlighten, and inspire generations. It's the place where the community gathers to hear and see our world in new and innovative ways. WOUB, the public media you trust that's worthy of your support.
If you don't drive it, donate it and support something you use every day.
I am Professor Jasper Tempest.
There have been 4 unexplained sudden deaths in the southeast.
Professor?
Professor? Professor?
My name...
I know who you are.
Jasper has been taken to prison.
What was your plan?
Truth and justice are not always compatible.
We're just gonna let people die.
There are moves afoot to cut you loose.
We shall have to wait and see.
As high prices stoked by inflation forces consumers to pull back on spending, Amazon's online grocery delivery service is slashing prices. Amazon Fresh is cutting prices on 4,000 grocery items. Shoppers will reportedly see daily discounts up to 30% on items in-store and online, with markdowns rotating weekly. Meat, seafood, frozen food, dairy, and beverages are among the products that will see price cuts. The discount applies to both the national brands and Amazon's private label products. Amazon Prime members may also see an additional 10% off certain items. Billions of people around the world log on to social media. It connects us, keeps us up to date on latest news and trends, but there's a dark side to social media. Lee Waldman is exploring potentially dangerous trends and what parents can do to keep their children safe.
One of them held my hand. I already knew.
It's been over a year since Norma Nazario's 15-year-old son Zachary died while subway surfing, riding on top of a moving train. New York's Metro Transit Authority says between 2018 and 2023, at least 10 suspected subway surfers were killed.
He was like, oh, look, I tried doing this. It's in TikTok challenge, one of the challenges. That's how it started.
Subway surfing isn't the only dangerous trend on social media. A Massachusetts teen died after participating in the One Chip Challenge in 2023. And in 2021, a 9-year-old girl from Milwaukee died after taking part in the Blackout Challenge. While not every trend is deadly, some, like drinking blackout rage gallons or Borgs, encourage risky behavior.
Because of social media and how fast this information can get around, it's just the younger people are so much more susceptible to it.
The American Psychological Association explains social media can be especially harmful to teens because, quote, adolescence is a period of heightened susceptibility to peer influence and impressionability. Following her son's death, Nazario filed a lawsuit against TikTok, its parent company ByteDance, Meta, and the MTA. She also started advocating for legal changes to social media regulations, so another child like her son won't lose their life to a dangerous trend.
That's what we're trying to do.
Reporting in New York, I'm Lee Waldman.
Google is walking back some factually incorrect search results just days after launching its new artificial intelligence search tool. The tool summarizes search results so users don't have to click through multiple links to get quick answers to their questions. But this week, the feature came under fire after it provided false or misleading information to some questions. For example, some users posted on social media that Google's AI summary said former President Obama is Muslim, a common misconception. Google says the AI overviews for both queries have been removed for violating the company's policies. A spokesperson says the vast majority of AI overviews provide high-quality information with links to dig deeper on the web. If you have an iPhone 7 or iPhone 7 Plus, you could receive up to $349 in compensation as part of a $35 million settlement related to audio chip issues. Users have owned the phones between September 16th, 2016 and January 3rd, 2023, and complained to Apple about an audio issue or paid for a related repair. Eligible users might receive an email or postcard about the settlement. Apple has denied any allegations of wrongdoing or that their phones had any problems, according to the Settlement Administration website. Still ahead, the superhero picked up the day shift at an Illinois children's hospital. But first, here's a look at what's coming up tonight on your public television station.
Maybe one star in 100,000 has a technical civilization more advanced than we.
One huge pandemic that's going to wipe us all out.
We have seen the first crude beginnings of artificial intelligence. What we're doing now is, in a sense, creating our own successors.
This system is translating the warping of space-time.
The G-forces are indescribable.
We're stealing genetic secrets from the past so we can rescue the future.
It's way too cold for there to be flowing water, so what are these glaciers actually made of? We can get better precision, strength, vision, superpowers we can get through machines.
AI is going to be one of the most fundamentally destabilizing transitions in the history of our species.
Of course, we are never going to stop wondering, how far can we go? What is the limit?
Thursday at 9 on WOUB.
Finally tonight, Batman pulled double duty at the OSF Children's Hospital of Illinois in Peoria. The Caped Crusader joined forces with the Green Lantern to wash windows while simultaneously entertaining kids at the hospital. Twice a year, workers from Clearly Windows of Bloomington dress up as superheroes to clean the hospital's windows. The man behind the mask, operations manager Rhett Winford, has dressed up as Batman for several years now. Winford says he loves bringing smiles to the kids' faces. The company is planning to have more superhero window cleaning at the hospital this fall. That is so sweet.
Batman is so sweet.
Batman is one of my favorite superheroes.
That is like I love Batman. I feel like he's like normal guy because he doesn't have like the super actual powers, but like he's just as cool. He's just like
out here cleaning windows.
Out here cleaning windows during the day instead of the night,
and putting smiles on kids' faces.
I feel like if he was doing it at night, the kids wouldn't see him. So good thing he's doing it during the day. And for today's weather, you can see out there those sunny skies. Throughout the area, you can see that our temps are still in those low 80s. We'll be getting into those 60s as we head into tonight with that low of 62. Partly cloudy skies to continue throughout the night. A little bit of humidity that you'll feel out there tonight if you do take that afternoon stroll before that rain starts heading in for tomorrow. Those showers tomorrow that you're going to be feeling are going to be little isolated pop-ups. They're not going to be continuous rain throughout the day. So if you do see a couple pop-ups of rain here and there, you will be able to still get outside for that high of 84. Maybe see some sun before those showers start coming back there. You'll be seeing that temperature low tomorrow starting to cool down for those lows of 59. We'll be seeing those cool down as the days continue. You'll be seeing that in that radar, that rain that's heading towards us. Those pop-ups we're going to see tomorrow are going to be continuing into Sunday, and Sunday night into Monday, we're going to be having some pretty consistent rain. We're going to be seeing those rain chances on Monday, Sunday and Monday higher than the rest of them. We're going to be seeing those thunderstorms as we see onto Sunday. Oh, there goes my weather. But we'll be seeing how on Sunday we'll be having those sunny skies, those rainy skies. But into Monday, we'll be on Memorial Day. That rain is going to be continuing and really going to be kicking up into that morning hour. As we go more into the night, it's going to be clearing up. Then the next couple days, some more rain. And as we go more into the week, it's going to clear up again, but on that cooler side from that rain.
All right, and that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. For Lucy Schaefer and Isabel Isco, I'm Allison Patton. Stay tuned for the PBS News Hour coming up next. And remember, you can find the latest news anytime at woub.org or follow us on social media. Have a great night.